Hi everyone, warm welcome to all. Today it's about the significant Libra full moon in Swati Nakshatra on May 1st at 17 degrees. Rahu rules Swati Nakshatra and we have strong Rahu placed in its own sign Aquarius and in its own Nakshatra Shatatara. This full moon is not just about any relationship or a moment of emotional peak because of full moon. This is Rahu activated time, bound to elevate everything around us. And that is why this period can feel highly transformative, restless, confused, even future focused, and very capable to give a brand new beginning after a phase of emotional revelation. Now, top of that, this full moon has Jupiter's fifth aspect from Gemini. So, there is guidance, some optimism, expansion, some wise conversation, teaching, great ideas, and some innovative perspective. Moon also has Mars's eighth aspect from Pisces. So there is also aggression, impatience, impulse, emotional intensity, pressure, and feeling that something can no longer stay exactly where it has been. And then we have another important layer to this. Lord of Libra, Venus, has strength in its own sign, but Venus has Saturn's aspect and it is placed 8th from this full moon. So, our relationships, desires, money patterns, our value system, our comfort zone, and the emotional attachments may look calm from outside while going through some serious internal changes. And Saturn's aspect, tight aspect on Venus around 15 degree, make this even more karmic. It brings some seriousness, maturity, and a reminder that not every desire can simply flow in the old manner. Now it needs some restructuring, some change. Some desires and values must be purified with responsibility now. Our relationship must come from an honest heart and it should be transparent in nature. Also, our values should be altered with responsibility with the changes in time. This Libra full moon in Swati Nakshatra shows that where life wants balance, how our desire work within our relationship, in our dealings, and in real practical life. So yes, this full moon brings some culmination, some completion for sure. But because it is happening in Swati Nakshatra, Rahu's Nakshatra, it also is opening a fresh chapter showing what now wants to begin differently in an innovative, new manner. See, Swati is very auspicious nakshatra and Saturn gets exalted here at 20 degrees in Libra. Its deity is Vayu, god of wind. It's our pran, breath. It denotes circulation, some movement. Swati doesn't like any stagnation or being trapped in the situation. Swati wants independence, space, some movement, and circulation. Basically, Swati wants life to flow again. Its symbol is a young plant, a bud, moving in the wind. It shows some tender growth that survives by flexibility. It does not survive by any rigidity here. It survives because it can bend, and that is Swati's strength. Something very organic, valuable, and naturally formed over the time, just like Saturn. There is power to make some clear, decisive move whenever there is a need. So Swati has both the softness and the sharpness. It can be gentle and graceful, but it also says that no, this must change now if there is a need. On a positive side, Swati gives adaptability, independence, intelligent movement, some travel, diplomacy, some good trade, skills in our dealing with various people, and ability to grow without losing our own direction. Simultaneously, at a shadow level, Swati can bring some indecision, confusion, comparison, even overthinking, some emotional drift, people pleasing nature, restlessness, and a tendency to get pulled too much by our desires or by some external influence. So, when full moon happens in Swati, our emotions become wind like. Mind becomes more responsive, more aware, and little touchy. Our relationships start showing where there is harmony only on surface without any emotions, and where there is actually a need for some more honesty, space, or a different way of relating things. This is why a full moon in Swati Nakshatra can bring some surprises within our love, our partnerships, our relationships, any social image, contracts, some collaborations, our friendships, and even the way we negotiate with life itself. And because this is Libra sign, we may try to keep things little polite in the beginning. But Swati is not interested in any fake peace here. Swati wants real movement, some truth and balance that can breathe well. With strong Rahu here, our emotional field becomes more ambitious with some strong desire. We can be very active mentally and more aware of what is still missing. See, here Rahu is activated and Rahu is not satisfied with anything. Expect some new beginning with some new goals, desires, a new understanding of what kind of life we are actually trying to build now. And Venus in the 8th from this full moon. So there can be some deep change, some hidden emotional churning. Our values can reset. Our relationship will be more honest. There needs to be some financial restructuring or a more serious understanding of what peace actually costs to us. And Saturn's tight aspect to Venus adds maturity, some stability, and showing us reality of life here. Then on 10th of May, the full moon conjoins its Nakshatra Lord Rahu in Aquarius around 11 degrees. And also this conjunction has Jupiter's aspect. Expect to have some clue or hint on what this full moon actually tries to bring for us. And it can be a grand new beginning somewhere in our life related to Rahu, especially in something we have been working on, even dreaming of or preparing since a very long time. Let us see how this full moon will impact us personally, and do check mainly your Aries sign, Libra and Aquarius where Rahu is placed. Using the quality of Libra, it's diplomacy. Venus is diplomacy, and patience of Swati Nakshatra will help us face any challenges that we might come across during this time. And expect some completion where Libra is placed, and also a grand new beginning of our life's direction where we have been trying to move forward for a long time. Start with Aries. For Aries, this full moon is directly activating your 1-7 axis. So your relationships, partnerships, agreements, the attraction of your life, some conflict that comes with that, the balance of life, and your image become very important now. You are seeing very clearly what kind of connection can still move with you, and what kind of energy is like too tight, draining, and kind of unstable for you. Your goals, network, your desires, and your future plans get activated here. So, an important social or professional opening can begin with this full moon. And this full moon will show you what right balance actually feels like. And by Taurus new moon, your money, finances, your family, your speech, and your self worth can start settling into a new pattern now. Taurus. For Taurus, this Libra full moon activates your work, your routine, your service, your health related matters, your daily pressure, and the way your life is structured from one day to the next. Something about your day to day schedule, your body, your workload, or your emotional pattern around responsibilities may now reach a point of reality now. With strong Venus in Taurus, you do have strength here. But Saturn's pressure says that your comfort must now become more disciplined in nature. Your career and your public role can become eventful, and something that you have been working for a long may show some visible movement here. Expect a fresh personal chapter to begin. This time helps you to move from imbalance in your daily life toward steadier self direction. Gemini. For Gemini, this full moon activates your creativity, your love life, joy within life, your children's matter, some self expression related things, and also the part of life that wants to flow from your heart now. Jupiter's aspect from your own sign gives a great support, some wise ideas, words, and confidence. So, this can be a very revealing but also inspiring period for you. You may understand more clearly what kind of love, creativity, or personal expression actually belongs to your future. Expect some travel, some further studies, teaching, publishing, or a new vision of your life. Now you may want some quiet reflection before the next outer move of your life. But in any case, let your heart become clearer with clarity and not louder in your voice. Cancer. For Cancer, this full moon impacts your home, family, your emotional foundation, and your inner security. So, this can bring some clarity around your personal life, your home related matters, family, and the emotional base from which everything else grows for you. If something at your home has felt out of balance, this full moon will reveal it directly and clearly to you. Expect some sudden changes in your health, your finances. It can bring some unknown fear, trust issues, emotional or some psychological shift that you have been carrying for a long time now. Your goals, some new connections, and your future plans can take now different shape. This is the time for rebalancing your emotional roots so the next chapter can stand on stronger ground now. Leo. For Leo, this full moon activates your communication, your courage, gives you some short travel, some deep connections with your siblings, some clever decision, and the way you are using your ideas now. Swati's airy quality can make this period very active mentally, and you will feel pushed to say something very clearly, answer something honestly, and make an important choice here. Expect your relationship, your clients, some collaborations, and public response very eventful. This can absolutely feel like a new beginning through some another person or through some new relation. Now your career and the visibility becomes more important. It's good to speak clearly, but speak the truth here. Virgo. For Virgo, this full moon activates your finances, your values, your speech, your family pattern, your food habits, and your self-worth. Something in your value system is becoming very visible now. You may see very clearly where you are giving too much, where you settle for less than you deserve, or where your finances need more maturity and better boundaries here. This time can help you make better practical choices. Expect change in your work, in your health, your service condition, and daily routine, especially if you have been trying to improve something for a long time. Expect a new start with some better perspective that can help you make your values steadier and stronger. Libra. For Libra, this full moon is your full moon. It is happening in your sign, your identity, your body, your emotional truth, your image, your relationships, and your sense of balance are all being brightened now. This full moon in your own sign says you are not here to stay stuck in the shape that no longer breathes well. You are here to move, to grow, to redefine the balance in a more honest manner. Because Venus, your ruler, is strong but under pressure, this may feel like a wonderful but serious turning point of your life. It impacts your love life, your creativity, your children related matters, your passion, and a personal dream can become very eventful now. Deeper emotional and financial transformation begins here. This is a very good time to let the real self come forward, even if that changes the relationship equation. Scorpio. For Scorpio, this full moon activates your rest, giving you some ending, some deep sleep, healing, surrender in your life. Your hidden emotions can come out, and the things that you have been carrying silently can be revealed now. So, for you, the change may begin inwardly before it becomes visible outside. Swati can bring movement in your subconscious mind first. You may feel very intense during this time. This time impacts your home, your family, your peace of mind, anything related to relocation or emotional foundation can become very eventful. And something long building inside your private life may finally change. Expect your relationships and your agreements come into focus with a new tone. This is a very cleansing time for you. So let what is finished leave with grace. Sagittarius. For Sagittarius, this full moon activates gains, friendships, new network, new connections, new audiences, and long-term goals. So something around your future is becoming clear now. You may see which people, plans, or your social direction truly supports you, and which ones only keeps you busy without feeding any real growth in your life. Jupiter's influence helps you to see the brighter picture, but Mars's pressure says you also need emotional honesty. It triggers your communication, some travel, your paperwork, or something that you have been waiting for or working for. Now, your work, your health, and your daily life need a fresh reset. This time helps you to separate the real future from any scattered desire of your life. Capricorn. For Capricorn, this full moon activates your career, your status, your public life, any leadership role, some new responsibility, and the direction you are showing to the world. Something professional may come to visibility now. But because Swati is involved here, the question is not only about success, it is whether your public life still has the right balance and enough breathing room. It can impact your finance, your speech, your family matters can become very eventful, and what you have been building materially may show a turning point here. Now, your creativity, your joy, your children, or your love life can receive a fresh spark. This time can help you to move from pressure driven progress toward a more aligned and sustainable progress. Aquarius. For Aquarius, this is a major cycle because Rahu is in your own sign. This full moon first activates your beliefs, some short travel, new beginning, some higher direction, triggering your dharma and the bigger meaning of your path. You may realize that your current life direction needs a new horizon now. Expect a personal trigger with some new role, new desire, better visibility, a new identity, or a long awaited opening can appear now. Jupiter's aspect can make this bigger than expected and more hopeful in nature. Also, your home and your emotional foundation will start resettling. Aquarius and you are one of the most strongly activated sign with this full moon. Watch what your future life is calling you for and work on it. Pisces. For Pisces, this full moon activates deep change with your finances, getting you some chaos, some emotional stress, some debt related issues or inheritance, and some of your hidden conversation can be revealed. Mars from Pisces is already adding intensity here. So you may feel this time strongly with emotions. Something may need to be released, restructured, or understood more honestly around the dependence part of your life, your fears, or the attachments that you have. A hidden or spiritual shift can become very important, and something that you have been working on quietly may finally show a new opening behind the scenes. You are being pushed towards emotional truth first and direct movement the second. Your courage, your communication, efforts, and action become the next visible start with this full moon. That was all about the personal impact for all the signs. And overall, this Libra full moon in Swati Nakshatra is showing us where movement or change is necessary for the real balance in our life. This is the time for some clear communication in all our relations, in our dealings, any trade or business that we have, with right direction in the mind. Rahu has a tendency here to expand things out of proportion, then confuse us. So be very calm and don't get into any false charm of Rahu. Rather, get into the wisdom of Jupiter. Patience is the key to get best results of Swati Nakshatra here. Basically, bring balance in life before any new beginning and give it the best shot. That was all about this full moon in Swati. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for being here. Wishing you all the best with this full moon. Do share your experiences in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.